Hi friends, thanks for joining me, and this is my tour of Galts Landing with Jim Gale. We went down there, and by we, I mean a couple of my friends that I have made on the One Great Work Network, and they have both happened to move down to Florida recently, Cory Endrulat and St. John Penuel, and two guys that have been on the Crypt Rick and Jonathan show a couple of times with us, and I just decided with my mom for the 4th of July that we should go down there and check out Galts Landing. I then realized Cory and John are both down there in Florida. Cory reached out to me and said, hey, if you're going, man, tell me about it. What's the deal? And so, long story short, this is our video. And we had a great time. I left this a little bit long. This is about an hour, which I know can seem a little bit long, but the full food forest tour is on there, and the camaraderie and the friendship. Bobby came down with John, and he is into animal preservation, and he's got some African-spurred-thighed tortoises, and they're in there, and the chickens are in there, and us having a good time is in there, and stick with it, and at the very end, I've got a surprise for you. So, thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy this. Talk to you soon. What have we got here?
They're African-spurred-thighed tortoises.
Look at these dudes. These are awesome. What is this, some mango?
Yeah.
And they are gonna love that, huh? Down here.
I usually only give them fruit like once a week or whatever. They can get their urates and get quite large.
Oh really? What does that mean?
The white rocks that put on their feet, the white stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it can get real big and they get blocked. And not really at this size, but
how big can they get?
about 200 pounds. Yeah, they're young. They're only 5 years old, 5.5.
They can live like a long time, huh?
No, that's the one. They'll outlive me.
So. Oh, that is so neat.
Just having fun.
Yeah, afterwards you keep the burner on or whatever, let it cook off any.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
take a brush.
Okay, but I'm saying.
Alrighty, Jim. Awesome. I do that too.
I mean, you really do stuff. You do it all messed up.
Look at these dudes. These are so cool. Super deep.
Oh, they'll literally graze all day long.
You can't eat the pit though, right? You can't eat the pit.
They'll clean it dry.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You get your own.
All right. Let's go see some chickens. Oh shit, I got fire ants on me. Damn, these sons of bitches hurt out here. Hey guys, how's it going? How you doing? Huh? This guy's very interested in me. He keeps coming closer and closer. Hey brother, how are you? You hanging out? Doing your thing at the food forest? Yeah, I don't need you pecking at me though. But we can hang out. Hey, come here. Come hang out. I don't got anything to feed you, otherwise I would. You're cool though. You are. You're on film, huh? I'm gonna show you off to people. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys letting me hang out with you. We're gonna go cook up some food. And then we're going to come see you guys a little later, huh? How about that? Sound good? All right. I know, you're doing your thing too. All right, guys. Freedom Farm Academy, Galts Landing. I'm just hanging out. Oh, I'm just hanging out with you guys. That's all. Oh, don't worry about that guy. No, don't worry about him. Look at them. They're all like on Uber alert. Oh, it's okay, guys. You're fine. That dog's not gonna get you. Oh, that's pretty funny. All right, let's go back to the crew. Ooh, look, we got another new little pond happening here, it seems. Nice. This'll just create more life. I mean, my goodness, look how much life it's already creating. This is just fantastic. We haven't even gone on the tour yet. This is just right next to our cottage. There's Cory Endrulat.
Are you ready for the tour?
Yes.
Building. He was introduced by Darren Oley and won the Emmy for Down to Earth. And his friend did all the Atlas Shrugged movies, has the rights to all the Atlas Shrugged. He's getting old. He said, McKinley, do something with this. I'm getting old. Boom. So now we're probably going to be doing Atlas Shrugged, The Land of Plenty, because in that book, the big misstep was that Ayn Rand focused on the government being the problem. Now we know that the belief in authority is the ultimate superstition. Thank you, Larkin Rose, for pointing that out so clearly. So in the book Atlas Shrugged, though, the successful creators and manifestors of the society were compelled to leave society so the society could just collapse and everybody could do whatever they do. Most people would die, and then supposedly maybe they'd come back to society someday.
Parallel.
But that's not right on multiple levels. And the most logical level is this ain't just a fight of politicians.
No.
This is a fight of good and evil. It's way bigger than politicians.
Yeah, nature versus
Yes,
man
we
creation.
can't run from this fight. We can't hide in the mountains against this fight.
You
They're
can't.
poisoning the sky, the air,
Yeah.
the water. They're poisoning everything all day long, every day.
They
It's
openly worship the devil.
exactly. It's black rock. It's the intention of the entity that is run by a computer that's destroying the world. By their deeds you shall know them. And it's very easy to see that they're investing in the death of everything. Right? So
So it's okay that I moved to Florida where we're the first target? Because, hello, I lived in Pennsylvania. They didn't bother us like that. Just saying.
so I'm not going to pretend I know where the best place to be is. The best place for me is in my body right now, presence. Presence is everything, right? It's enlightenment, which is simply a mind-free program. It's messed with all the words, as we all know. So the solution is faith and courage is the first level. Right? It's the armor of God. It's the frequency of life. It's the way we protect our immune systems. Right? Fear is the contraction of everything good. It's the contraction of spirit, the ability to heal oneself, all that stuff. So first thing we do is just be present and let go of all fear. And then what comes next? The logical use of resources. So why am I so vocal about our Declaration of Freedom, no permits, all that stuff? Because we serve the community. The next layer of strategy to protect us is to serve. When we serve, then the community now, we put a really beautiful food forest at a local school. Right? And
How'd that go?
food fantastic.
Who did you talk to get that done?
Somebody reached out to me and connected us.
You didn't go to them and be like, let me put a food forest here.
We were in conversations way before this all started, like about 3 years ago we started talking.
Wow.
And it's called Creative Inspiration Journey School right here.
Okay, cool.
And so we put that in and we're inviting, this is the Sheriff's Training Center right across the street.
I know, that's
so
amazing
ironic.
that you have
Yeah. And I'm running up to them all the time saying, hey, I want to show you something. Do I trust them? That's not about trust. It's
Right.
about exposing and inspiring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
When you inspire somebody.
Yeah,
it will
my
fix-
target audience right now is people that are all wrapped into it.
Yeah.
And I come from that.
only a year with the forest kind of thing?
I'll get into that as I'm going.
Okay.
It's all part of
I'm
the
sorry.
tour.
All right, no questions.
You're jumping ahead in the tour.
I'll just say now, when you're standing in there, it's 15 months ago there was nothing there.
Wow.
And that, to me, is mind-blowing.
How quickly you can do this.
How quickly nature does it.
Yeah.
When we design it properly and we add layers, good soil, worm casting, compost seeds, all things that are really easy to do once you know how to do them. And then you put those and stack them in, and then it's an explosion of life.
Make sure you record a lot. My husband's going to unseal it.
Everything, if we just take out the poisons of our world, the life will just explode back and it'll be absolutely beautiful.
Epically beautiful.
He's in a shirt. Epically beautiful. Oh my God.
Jim definitely has very colorful. That's why I love watching your videos, man. And honestly, you were saying earlier, the faith and courage thing, that's like one I really stuck and took with, because it's like, with those two things, you're kind of unstoppable.
Yeah.
If you know you're doing the right thing and you just have faith that what you do, like what you were talking about earlier, John, when you just help others, you'll be fine. That's called faith. And when you have courage to just go do what you feel like doing and know it's right, and then, damn, dude, it just works. And this is your thing in action here. That's so.
And we know that this is temporary, right? This isn't real.
Oh, yeah.
This is temporary.
Yep.
Right.
So with that knowing, there's nothing that can stop me, because I'll go Obi-Wan Kenobi, whatever.
Yeah, you'll only make me stronger.
Look at the grapes coming in.
Yeah.
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 And so, yeah, sand.
You want me to push this?
No, I'm good. I'm good. But I appreciate it. Thank you. See, oh, that hibiscus.
It's called the toilet paper.
This is in the grass.
That's the toilet paper plant. Yeah, dude, look at that. It's so soft and fluffy looking. Look at this. I mean, you would totally use that for toilet
That's our
paper.
well, and it's all
It's
run
soft and supple. That's the toilet paper
Don't
plant.
eat it.
Why?
I mean, it's highly hallucinogenic.
Oh, here we go.
Hope you're not busy for the next month, man.
Come on, I wanted to see him go like
Mama.
They actually went to his head. Like,
Yeah,
Cranberry hibiscus.
yeah,
Eat that. Trust me.
No, it just doesn't.
Put the
taste
whole
very
thing in your
good.
mouth and chew it up.
But test-
Trust me.
oh, those are good.
It's
yeah.
so good. Trust me. It tastes nothing like a plant. Mama, eat it.
It tastes like cranberry.
Trust me.
Yeah, that
Very
one's
light.
The whole thing. Put it all in your mouth and chew the whole thing up.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. And chew it up. And chew it up and tell me what it tastes like.
You could pull the little stem off.
Chew it up, Mama. Tell me what it tastes like.
Look, he's got
Don't
really
let
good
us all
teeth,
interrupt
too.
you, Jim.
I know. He's mommy. Some cranberry.
There you go. You got some.
Good? Huh?
You like it? It doesn't taste. When I blew my mind when I did. I thought it would at least taste something like a plant, and it doesn't. It tastes like a fruit.
It's good to add to your salad.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that pineapple and that beauty.
It's beautiful.
Rainwater is
Can't
the
believe we
best.
didn't see
Can't
that
use
before.
rainwater. But then when you add on some structure to it, and maybe a filter like the analemma system, you add structure and light, then it has a really neat effect. Okay. Yeah. And there's been a lot of studies done on that. I'm a skeptic when it comes to all the claims I've heard about.
Most of the time it's because the villages out here are all
You're skeptic on what now?
Well, you hear a lot of stuff.
About what though?
About water filters he was
Yeah.
talking
Like
about.
I'm
Oh.
a skeptic on this thing.
Yeah. What is this? Oh,
It's a chem buster. It's got organite and tensor technology. It's made it the cubit length of the pyramid, and it is said to create. It's a harmonizer. It stabilizes the atmosphere somehow. I don't know if it's true or not.
for how big of an area?
Well, he said it, and I've seen it. I witnessed it. I've filmed chemtrails that started there. You see that one?
I did. I watched
It was
it.
amazing.
It blew my mind. I was like,
It blew my mind. I'm like,
you had to put out a recrit tape because you said it was the electroculture, and then you came out back and said, actually, I was wrong. It was this thing.
yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, because I remember both of them. I was like, the electroculture does that too, and then you were like, no, sorry, it was actually
Right,
this
'cause I don't
thing.
even know. This is all new to me.
Me too. So yeah, this is great, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How cool.
So,
And then who did
I'm
this?
learning so much, you guys.
I know it's part of the tour probably,
Yeah.
but
That was Hank Willis Thomas, a South African artist who, went through the whole apartheid thing. And my partner Marcel is a art lover, and he saw this. He said, "We got to have this at Galts." So he bought it and shipped it over from South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, but isn't that thing amazing?
yes.
Baton is actually the type
The
of
police baton.
Yeah, it is a police.
So this is a
baton.
farmer's
I used to actually
arm
have one of
saying
them
no
with my
more.
father's. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, there's the
yeah.
police uniform and then our muscles. Just muscles.
Yeah.
people.
So yeah, and smell you can do that. It's a really, basil. That was amazing. Pick some flowers, pick some plants.
I'm asking for now.
Yeah, I got mint
I'm asking for
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, you got mint already. Lemongrass and moringa, the tree of life. Now, if you want to make a salad tonight or tomorrow, grab a bunch of these different plants. Here, I'll show you another one that's really good.
Look at this, how beautiful all that is. Oh my goodness. It's like a Garden of Eden out here, Mama.
We can come back over. What do you think?
This is one you want to take. So tomorrow, yeah, you can
I don't know, Dad. I don't know.
pass that around. This is called longevity spinach.
Ooh,
I guess we could eat it.
have one of those.
It's right there. So if you want to make a
Oh
salad,
man, this is good.
there's.
Because it grows
Have
very
that.
easily for you.
Oh,
I already have it.
So how do you want me to do
Wow, that is meaty.
Take whatever you need for a salad.
This is like
whoever wants
meaty.
it. It is. It's
No, but if I
rich.
want to grow it in the...
Oh, take a sprig. So
Okay.
if you want to grow it, take this right here,
Eat this.
Okay.
That is really good. Holy cow, I want that.
Okay.
and then you can easily have one or
Put
either.
it-
I want this. This is amazing.
That's neat.
So,
I don't mind that.
With the two of these together? Oh my goodness, it's like we got salad. Wow.
So yummy.
It's really good.
It is.
You had one of these already?
It is good.
Oh, yes.
I like
Okay.
it.
Oh, so
Bring my box back
you've been around here a little bit,
I
huh?
live with that guy now.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay. All right.
I don't like
For only about
I
a
thought
month and
I was
a
gonna
half
bring my
because I'm
box.
from Minnesota,
Okay.
and I just moved
Hey guys, pay attention.
here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm staying
that's all.
with him,
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
one of my units will be put in here too, right next to them.
Awesome.
Should give me that look.
Awesome. I bet you can't.
So I learn every time I'm on a tour. I learn some stuff, man. So there's this Filipino lady, and she said these are basically male papayas. They don't produce fruit. She said, "Oh yeah, you just have to cut it off, and then split it down the middle, and then when it comes back, it'll bear fruit." So I'm like, "Okay, we'll try it. I don't know yet." But then I took the top and I just stuck it in the ground, and now that's growing.
Oh.
Beautiful.
So,
So you cut it in half and put that top down.
so like basically you're taking the rib and creating.
Yeah.
You ruined your limb.
I mean, I think it's kind of funny considering.
You got limbs in the ground.
Listen,
That's what's
I
doing
always
it.
get biblical with
No,
some
I
of
know,
this
me
stuff.
too. It's amazing what's
You
going
can
on.
see it everywhere.
That's so
If you
Well,
love
I
it.
mean, the ultimate to me, one of the most mind-blowing things is I don't carry my iPhone in my pockets anymore. You should never do that.
Right.
There's studies done,
Oh, it's
cancer,
horrible,
colon
yeah.
cancer, and all that. But it's a tree of knowledge of good and evil, and it's got an apple with a bite out of it. The first Apple computers were sold for $666.
Yeah.
It's just
It's a Black Mirror.
Good
It's a
guy, you
black-
can
there you
find out
go.
a lot. He's got like a lot of websites dedicated to that name.
I don't even
Joe
buy an Apple.
Imbriano, the Fullerton Informer.
Yeah.
He really breaks down that radiation thing with like people that know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, Apple has two different programs. One's Adreno something, the other one's Google Chrome.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Wow.
That's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, it's just
It's
crazy.
all in our face, right? And then you got people that say, "Oh, don't tell me that conspiracy." They just shut off because they've been governmented.
Did you know that Mrs. Doubtfire? Sorry, real quick. Mrs. Doubtfire, that face was the first face of in the '80s, the grandmother type in California that got caught trafficking children, pedo style. She was. If you put her picture from the court case up next to Robin, you're like, oh my God, it's a spitting replica. And then on the cover of the VHS thing, it's him sitting there going like this. It's
Right,
like,
right,
oh, dude.
right.
Dude.
And then why do you think he killed himself?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those people, that's why.
That's-
'cause
yeah.
They're suffering.
They throw it in our face though,
Yeah,
constantly.
I just gotta go water a plant real
What
quick.
is this
Okay.
one,
I'll
by
be
the way?
right back. Moringa, eat that.
The big green things? Yeah. That's what I was just gonna say. Let's go get one of those.
Which one? Where do you go?
Right here.
Oh, that. No, I meant this. Okay.
I'm talking about this. Hey, what's this big green thing? This is the moringa?
No, I thought you meant this.
That's a papaya. Are any of these papayas ready?
If they're yellow.
Yeah, this is moringa.
This is moringa.
Yeah, and this grows everywhere in Florida. There's people who sell this everywhere too. You can grow this easily.
Look at that.
Wow. The pods
You can eat
grow
this.
from that.
People make superfoods out of this.
They look like
they
pods
claim
that
this is
you could
stronger than
grow
steak and everything.
This is just beautiful.
That's a
Literally a food forest. Mine is a baby infant food
Me
forest.
too.
This is like a
Mine's a starving
this is like a full-on teenage food forest that like somehow hit puberty way early and is like a bodybuilder. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Look at
What would you consider yours? Mine is the 2-month-old.
if you guys want to do some experimenting, you can make these are the green papaya is actually really good.
Oh
You
yeah.
want me to pick one?
Yeah. Let's do.
All right.
Beautiful.
So wait. So the moringa is with that tall tree that we just
Yeah.
ate, right? Okay, what else did you want?
These are turmerics coming up in between. That's
Oh.
incredible medicine.
This is turmeric?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. I was gonna ask you because that's so pretty.
But turmeric, you
It's
have to
so
get
pretty. I was wondering what it was.
Which one's
That's turmeric. This.
big leaves? Wow.
How do you know when to pick it though?
Isn't that beautiful?
Well, towards the end of the year, it starts getting wilty. That's when the hands are
okay.
big.
But the root is what you want to grind
Right,
up and,
right.
and do your thing with, right?
Would have a field
Do the leaves? I'm sure the leaves have
here,
some
it
sort of
was
effect. You
having
probably
a
make
lot
a
of
tea with them or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
Tea with everything.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Now, why is that dangerous one there? Is that for the bird or bad thing?
dangerous? It's
Jonathan,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know
yeah,
how to
it's a liver
make
cleanser.
Is it milk thistle? You did. You said it was milk thistle. I said I don't know what it is, but it hurts if you touch it.
It's a little it's in the leaf.
Yeah, look at that. That is just stinging death.
See if there's any red ones on here. This is called. We've got some of these that are in full production. This one isn't quite full production, but it's Jamaican cherry or a Brazilian cherry. Anyway, we'll go to another spot and we'll eat some of those.
Jabba Cataba by any chance?
No.
No, he had one right behind us
This
where he
is
was
cherry.
sitting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have a job at the Cava.
So we see the cherry
But we
tomatoes.
put it in the ground because
I've seen
stayed in the
watermelons.
pot. And I'm like, well, if we want to make a food forest, put it in the ground, right?
Yeah.
Put it in the
But
ground.
then all the bugs, everybody will eat it. Right now I'm protecting my peach and my job at Cava. They're in my lanai.
For a little while you can do that.
Okay.
Otherwise they'll get root bound.
Okay.
What was your question?
No, I said that we saw watermelons and squash.
Oh yeah.
And here's the cherry tomatoes. I've seen a plant that
Mulberry.
has labeled cherries.
Oh,
There was something that I wanted to ask you about. Oh, you have peach trees here too as well, right? Okay, that's what I saw. Okay, I want to make sure that I wasn't hallucinating. I didn't eat too much of the leaves before that.
Yeah. I wonder if I see any cherries there. I see a lot of blossoms coming in.
Well, these little ones are already
There's a
good to
couple
eat.
in there.
No,
They are good to eat. Oh, we've been eating them too. Yeah, those are the good ones.
Cherry tomatoes that have vined up. Or do you see actual cherries? I don't see any cherries.
You pick some for mom.
Yeah, but
Well,
these
that's what
are
I'm doing.
delicious.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, she'll love that.
When you're
thing.
making your
Here's a good
salad,
one.
grab a lot of these.
Yeah. There we go.
See all the blossoms, cherry blossoms, the pink.
Thank
That
you.
one, those are two.
Well, yeah, I know, but the whole thing came off. I didn't mean for it to.
So
These two are really good ones, though. Here, little cherry tomatoes. Those are good. Eat those.
nice.
See now,
They are.
what is this? Is this just a? This is something.
The squash.
These are strong.
Yep, the big leaves. It's just whatever. These are just regular beans.
This is like getting to tour Willy Wonka's candy factory, except 10 times better. God's candy factory that Jim Gale put together.
We won't be on sugar highs.
Basically
Right.
making your own nature preserve, but
Yeah.
with medicine.
Yeah, it's incredible. These are
More food.
mulberries. They're not ready. There might have been some black ones on the one over there. Oh, here's some. Oh, yeah.
Because I go to a lot of nature preserves. They look a lot like this, but like, so this is all food.
Yeah, and you can eat almost everything. I mean, everything is eatable,
Yeah, pretty much.
right? I'm just going off the movie again.
Eatable? Is that a word?
Remember
Edible,
Willy
same
Wonka
thing.
and the Chocolate Factory? I was,
that's what it
I
is.
was doing a real quick reference since I just said it.
I
Oh,
took half. It's a mulberry.
what is that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. They
I've never had a mulberry
Oh, wait,
before.
he wants a mulberry. We have a newbie. Do we ever need to give him?
if you find one.
Okay, hold on. I do.
Have you had a mulberry, Mama? I'm sure you probably have. I've never had one.
Help me find
Wow,
it.
dude.
Oh, nice.
Really?
There you go.
Interesting.
I had mulberry tea before.
I have mulberry plants. Oh, wow. Man, that
Give one
is
to Mom.
good.
There's not many on there.
Oh, that is good. Mm.
I took a little half a bite.
You can take one.
No, you got it.
Yeah, the tomatoes. These are Florida Everglades tomatoes. So when you take some of these home and just throw the seeds.
Sorry.
Record.
Well, I'm just trying to get to a different angle, is all, so that you guys can.
Mushrooms, they're totally safe.
Wow, look at this. Look at this guy.
Okay.
What is this?
We weren't sure. We were like,
Find out.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
What is
so
this?
what are you saying now about that? But these go crazy.
at these
with
guys.
Tomatoes. That I'm afraid to grow tomatoes. But I guess if I do it in the
He's got
forest,
some dust on his leaves.
Just let them run
We have a
wild.
nature preserve behind us.
This is
so I don't
longan.
know.
Oh my god.
that is beautiful.
What is-
Longan.
What is it?
Nature preserve. Oh, that's awesome. They're longans. They're
Wow,
fantastic.
They look like avocado.
Is that one
They're
ready?
not. No,
No.
they're purple when they're ready.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's cute.
So it would be clear as a bell, wouldn't it?
But it looks like an avocado leaf.
Do you have avocado trees here?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I've seen a bunch of them. That's why I was like, kind of looking.
Man, yeah, you got some vining. Wow, look at these guys, huh?
I'll show you one other area where there's more salads to get.
Okay, wow.
Where did you get all your stuff from? Like, who gave you all the plantings to do? Like,
Local nursery.
oh,
And a lot of people just all of a sudden bring stuff. You know,
Eat these. These are good.
this one's ready. You can tell it's ready when it's
Eat
ready.
that one at least.
So you can actually go online and look up that, the papaya.
Oh, yeah, that's the squash. We'll have to go around. Ugh.
Every time I walk through here, I see something new. You know, the butterfly is-
Oh, wow. Yeah, we gotta wait for them to get over here, but we'll go around that way. Oh, yeah, look out for the patty. Right over it. Well, we'll just hang out here and wait for the train to come through. Wow, look at all that cranberry hibiscus.
What a fantastic
Dragonfly.
growth spurt over 15 months, man.
Isn't it? It's
I'm just like blown away, bro.
Me too. Every time I come out, I'm like, oh, there's people here. You know, I'm so excited about
It's sprouting people now.
You don't have to worry about somebody taking stuff. Because
It went from sprouting flowers and a couple buds here and there to sprouting
fun
people.
part. It's just abundance.
Yeah.
Like the more we give,
It's a great name, man. It's a great
Oh,
name.
Chris, Cory, starfruit, which is dying by the way.
You have star fruit?
We have a starfruit.
Oh,
Many.
We got to get our starfruit to come back to life because we didn't give it much love.
hi.
You know?
Hi.
Yeah,
we didn't get
I
to
feel
put
like
that
our
in the
plants are
ground.
growing kind of slowly. Like our mango tree is so slow.
Well, doesn't they say
build guilds around the soil it up.
our neighbor said
Starfruit?
the first year they sleep, the second year they creep, but you got them before then. So how come yours grew so fast?
Well, we do a lot of things with soil. I mean, get a compost tea brewer. Is all you gotta do is get a 50-gallon bucket barrel or 10-gallon or whatever, but bigger the better, and put rainwater in there. Put a compost tea bubbler in there. You can put that together for like $80,
Okay.
and then brew compost tea at least once a month.
Compost tea.
Yep.
Huh.
And
And
it's gold.
that's their watering. That's
And there's there's a lot of ways you can do it that are. That's probably one of the easiest, where you just buy a couple things and do it. But you can get like, earthworms and have them get their castings, and rainwater running through it can just be collected. And it's like, because I've talked to a few different people that do that kind of thing. I'm like, holy crap, there's so many ways to do stuff. It's unbelievable. But compost tea is, you have to find a way to do that. It's gold. And you'll end up having then worms, constant compost, actual dirt, and then the tea too. If you do that, if you do it right. And it's literally building, like I'd build a cube, a 4x4x4, and put your leaves that you've chewed up with your lawnmower in there, and that's your start. Throw earthworms in.
We used to make it for one of our customers.
And in a year, you'll have black gold, and then you run water through that and collect that. And then you can take that and you can separate the worms out. Now that's a process. Or you can just take the worms and put them in with everything. Birds will get half of them, then you'll have half of the worms living in what you want. So, but then you got to buy more worms. But that's
Gotcha. That's
okay.
why you're
But
separating
then you've got a big cube that's just growing more worms too. So dude, you just start growing worms and dirt, and you're like, oh my god, and you keep putting more in, so you got to get 2 cubes eventually. So you got this one.
Okay, this sounded easy until they kept going.
Well, because you end up you brew one thing of beer and you're like, damn, that's awesome. Next thing you got like a 12-pack, and then you're like, okay, now I got a truck full. You know what I mean? That's just where it goes. So I'm just thinking ahead with it. But yeah, you just one 4x4 thing, and you can build all sorts of soil.
Once you're here,
Now, do you have a video on that?
I'm making one currently, actually. It'll be out in a few.
It'll be easy for me.
Yeah, it'll be out in a couple weeks.
Follow.
Yeah.
So much information.
Where is he? Where's Cory? Oh, okay, I'll talk to him in a minute.
What is that?
it's like a symphony of life with all sorts of different things on it. Yes.
What is that one? That big bush?
Oh God, that's another one. That's called Okinawa spinach.
Oh.
Oh, it's spinach.
Yeah, everybody have some of this one. Look at.
Oh wow, that's what it does when it gets like, holy cow. Mama, this is the one we have on the back porch with the, I tell you every day, this is Okinawa spinach. It's so good.
It's a little tank.
It's
too.
spicy.
Yeah,
It's very spicy.
This one, I wouldn't call it spicy. It's just rich.
Yeah. it's
Okay,
so
Rich.
good.
Do you call it spicy? Do you,
That I think is, I would call that spicy.
Really?
Uh-huh.
No, I think
It smells spicy, but I don't feel it tastes.
No, not like that. No, I say spice. I mean, I'm thinking something more like maybe like an Asian spice almost.
Yeah.
You know, well,
Yeah,
it's
I
literally
feel you.
Okinawa
Oh, I
spinach.
taste it
I understand,
now.
yeah.
So,
Later.
spicy.
It tastes later. It comes
I'm
out.
looking for it. I haven't found it yet.
It's in the in and out breath after it's sitting on your tongue. Yeah, for sure.
Arugula is stronger than that.
It is very good.
And what is these?
So good. I don't know. You don't like the
And what are
Okinawa
these?
spinach very much.
Those
I'm giving it
are
to you. You didn't like it.
Guava.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Oh,
And then dragon fruit and more sugar cane and
regular guava. Is this just a regular guava? You said?
pineapple guava.
Oh, yeah. Because I put one of these in, and it's just a, it's
Oh,
littler.
it's doing good.
He is doing
I
good
want
though.
to see your dragon fruit so I can see if I'm growing mine right.
Hold on. Before
Oh.
we step out of here, real quick,
Yeah.
step aside a second. Let me get a shot of him. Do me a favor, Jim. Please plug where people can find your information.
Awesome. Okay. We're at foodforestabundance.com. And we're all over social media, especially the free speech apps. And we're inviting everybody in the world who wants to be free to join us. Everything we do is open source. So if you want to take anything from our website, you could take it, you could duplicate it, except for our logo, right?
Right.
But everything else is yours. Let's change the world. This is how we do it.
Yeah, baby.
Beautiful.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, it's sweet potatoes coming. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Look
I
at all
had
the
to- I
sweet
had,
potatoes.
listen, I had to do that, bro.
I love it, man. Thank
That's
you.
what I do.
I love it. The
I wanted the
cows-
backdrop with you with the forest.
Oh, that's way cool. Yeah, the cows were in the pasture and they're like looking over here and like, I screw this pasture. So they walked all the way around the fence, which went out into the lake, and they came in and they ate so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
they made it in?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. They're like, dude, there's a garden over there. Oh, that is awesome.
We're getting our take.
Yeah, and see, so I don't know anybody thinks cows are that dumb. They figured that out. They're like, clearly we're in the wrong pasture.
You want to join me?
No, I'm good. I'm barefoot. That's enough for me.
It's a cow scratcher.
Yeah. Back scratch.
Yeah, all right, let's go this way.
All right.
Don't forget to go back that way.
let me
Don't
see.
forget about the other-
Can I make it through there? I can four-wheel it pretty good.
yeah, you
As long as you don't think I'm gonna mess anything up.
Like I feel bad.
The Florida invasive.
This is so beautiful, dude.
Okay, so the guy that put this together for us, how about you plug yourself?
Oh, yeah. This was my little outing that I did with my mom, and I called my friend John and Cory, and I said, let's come do this thing, dude. It's so cool. And if you go to nothingnewunderthesun.us, you can check out all my other stuff. I mostly make videos, and I take a lot of tangents. I always talk about truth, which always leads back to freedom, which also in turn leads to knowing about yourself. That's what I talk about. That's what I believe in. That's what I promote. That's what I push. They are.
Follow the leader. Different skill set. Gotta learn stuff today.
Okay, let's go. We'll go that way.
Any fences. We don't need chicken coops. We simply create the environment where the animals thrive in the environment, and then we are the stewards of the land. We're the apex predators. It's our job to keep balance. Right? So when we want to harvest an animal in the land, we just harvest the animal. But again, it's the balance of everything. Yeah. Right? So I love seeing that because pretty soon we're going to be eating turkeys.
Guess who else is loving too?
Yeah,
She stopped dead and she ain't moving. She's not rolling around no more.
for the
Family of turkeys, right? Family.
Just enough, right, Puppy?
One of them is like a non-religious vegan, right? So in other words, he's a nice guy. And the other one is a complete carnivore, and they're best friends. And they met here, and they're good friends anyway. And they're talking and they're debating each other, and it's so funny. I'm way more on the carnivore. This Airbnb.
Oh, this will be an Airbnb too? Holy cow.
We're gonna put beautiful Airbnbs here. The whole thing was just gonna keep building life. And our whole thing is to bring as many people as possible here to experience this so they go home and do it. That's how we see the world. World leaders are gonna be Bobby Kennedy, maybe Trump, maybe DeSantis. Not that I trust any of them. It's not about that. It's about inviting them to do the right thing.
Inviting everybody.
Get them here. Oh my God. That's amazing.
If they choose not to, they are exposed for either their ignorance or their true intentions. But I'm going to invite them publicly.
Right.
So that way people will be like, why don't you go? What's going on here?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I would say Bobby would probably show up. I wouldn't count on Trump though.
Octagon.
I have, because I don't know, we chose it.
Wait, you don't live in that one? What do you do?
This is good.
The sacred geometry of it, you mean? Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I love all this stuff. It's fun.
You don't have to worry about it.
There you go. We'll go there. No, I live about half hour away.
No, this is awesome. It was a weird crazy. That's what they did though. They set up towns just like this. They had fruit lands, which was literally set to be like a farm where it was all like created by people who like loved freedom and stuff. But they did it in Ohio in a soil that was like not gonna work, so it didn't work out for them. But they had like such cool intentions. But they still used it for the Underground Railroad. So all the the slaves that had to escape, they would still go there, and they would actually be safe and for freedom. It was awesome. There was a lot of towns that they built. So this is like
Stories.
Food and freedom seem to be extremely
there were
intertwined.
13 years with no government or anything, no crime, no money, nothing. And the citizens loved it there. Yeah, and so and it crashed because there was a Civil War and there was a bunch of things that brought people into the war that they didn't want. A bunch of things happening in the hundreds.
Evil got in, it wasn't time.
But now we have technology. We can share this with the world.
Now
everybody will see it.
expose it to the world.
So how far do you go?
So this is, I'm doing a colloidal silver pool, and we're creating a microclimate here. So this is 9B, so we're not supposed to be able to grow some types of mangoes and different crops, especially not tropicals like mangosteen and cacao. So that's what we're doing here. We're
Well,
gonna turn
I'm a
We
this.
big
killed our cacao.
proponent.
We tried.
Hold on, you mentioned
We gotta try
colloidal
again.
silver now.
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of that. I actually use it in a nebulizer for my lungs and everything else, and I take some of it every day. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what are you doing? to the
So
soil
I've
with
got
it? How does
silver
it work?
and coins,
Okay.
and I'm going to put it in a sand filter. And I built these before in Costa Rica, but not with silver. But I done enough studies where I know that when I put that silver in a sand filter and run the water through it, and run that water through the pool and keep a little bit of water going, it's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's going to kill the fungus and the bacteria that's negative.
Exactly.
Right.
We'll be able to drink the
See
water.
that? Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
anything excess, you pee in the pool. Because
Yeah.
that goes right into the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Beautiful. I'll come over and swim.
Yeah, and pee.
Is it because you like to pee in the pool?
It's because I just do pee in the pool and I just don't say anything about it. I've just been terrified of this. I found out they have that ink stuff that turns blue and I'm like,
Yes.
oh shit, I can't do that anymore.
Watching brother.
That's from Adam Sandler.
That's his job.
I love it. So yeah, so it's going to be a microclimate of tropical fruits, fruit plants, and different plants. So it'll be, and then the heat sink. Water's a great heat sink. So on this side, we're going to be having a solar evacuated tube to heat up the water in certain areas and have it be cut in a couple different pieces or parts. So anyway,
How can you still have like some cranberry hibiscus here? How did that get over here? Is it?
I don't even know.
You said that about multiple times. I've seen you eat the cranberry. You're like, here's some cranberry hibiscus. And you go off about it for a minute and then you're like, I don't even know how it got over here. I know we didn't put it here.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's so much. Nature is infinite in its
So,
abundance.
how far do you go back?
See that
Little barn
woods
thing?
down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a berm. That's our gun range.
Oh.
A little past that. So, and then we've got the only dock on this
You didn't
lake.
tell me to bring the guns.
I know. If I had known. Damn.
We had a Minutemen
Yeah, they just
event
changed the laws
yesterday.
in Florida for
Yeah,
that.
the last 2 days.
Not that it would matter.
Okay, you say everything's open, so is it open enough for me to build a house out back there?
It's a little tiny cabin. Right?
So,
Right
what about
there.
the pond in the lake you have?
So
like-
yeah, the pond is one. Let's go. Easy path. Let's go sit in that pavilion. Yeah.
Right, that keeps the birds off. That's
Wow, that's
amazing.
amazing.
It's so
Yeah.
simple.
What does?
Simple.
This little string here. Yeah.
What do you got going on then?
Oh, this is gonna be a bar.
Are you gonna do your own beer?
Yeah. I hope so.
We're
We're gonna do our own vodka and our own wine.
You.
I don't know how to do beer, but yeah.
So pretty.
idea of brewing our own now.
Yeah, right. So
Can you see? I'm trying to get you a spot where you can see well. It's probably, that rail's probably right in your way.
Beer
huh?
takes a few other things. So this pond, we put 14,000 fry in the pond, little fish, sunnies, crappies, bass, catfish, mosquito minnows, fatheads, and shiners.
Oh my God.
And then we're creating the ecosystem where when the fruits drop into they create microbiome and the fish eat that. So it creates this just cycle of epic life. And then we use the water from the pond on that solar activated system over there to fertigate all the food forest around the pond. So
Wow.
it fertilizes and irrigates with the water from the pond.
Was he doing this all your life? Because I can't see you knowing this within a couple of years.
You know, yeah, you really could if you just get excited about it. You know, and then you learn. Like when we started out, we had a pond, and I kind of knew about ponds because I'm a pond nut already.
Okay.
But anything I'm not, I'm learning every single day.
Wow.
I still don't know the names of 30, 40, 50%, probably 30, 40% of these trees.
So this is solar too?
Yeah, everything's solar. We do have fuel storage tanks.
Okay, right.
Some underground ones. We got a lot of extra
Wow.
liquid power. Yeah. Oh, this is a fun one. So the water hyacinth, when we first dug this pond, it was just a brown sludge hole. It just looked nasty. It's 25 feet deep, and there was no life in it. And so I threw the water hyacinth in, just a few batches, like literally probably that much. And within about 9 months, it covered probably 10% of the pond. And water hyacinth is a filter feeder, so
Right.
it hangs down.
Yeah.
It just exploded, and within about another 6-7 months, it totally cleaned up the pond. And then we took the water hyacinth out of the pond and we put it on the side, and that builds soil.
What is it? Which one is it?
I wonder if I see any. Oh yeah,
That's really cool, man.
yeah, no.
Really,
That
really
bunch
cool.
right there?
Yeah, that green bunch there.
Okay. So wow. So it grows downward in the water.
Actually, okay.
And then it'll grow upward like a really.
So, you know the pond right next to your place? We call it the amphitheater, the amphibian theater.
Is that what that is? That
Yeah.
craziness growing in there that looks all beautiful?
That's water hyacinth.
That's
With the
beautiful.
lavender flowers, purple.
I filmed it earlier and I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's awesome. Yeah, okay, cool.
It's an amazing plant.
It is. It's very cool.
It's illegal to put that in your car and transport it in Florida.
I mean, yeah.
Legal. Oh, this is profound. So legal is the undoing of God's law, the legal system.
Right.
That is food forest, which we can walk to here after this. Those rows, you see those rows? That is a illegal food forest, right? But it's lawful, right? It's lawful because it's God's law says, yeah, this is beautiful here.
But what's illegal there?
It's illegal because it's put in an area that they will allow. It's considered a wetland, this area, but they will allow us to cut it and they will allow us to spray it with glyphosate and to kill it, but that's illegal.
Wow.
That's why I love Texas so much, man.
Yeah.
10 miles out of city limit, it's unrestricted land. Do whatever the hell you want.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there is some good fruit down there. At least at that one big tree, there's a lot of strawberry fruit. Or well, not. It's called different things. Jamaican cherry.
But honestly, if everybody starts growing stuff and demand is so high, they're not gonna like stop people from like, you know, like if breaking the law at that point. They're just growing what nature is designed to do.
Well, I'm ready for that fight very publicly. I don't really want it, but if it comes, I'll make the most of it.
I want to defend you. I mean, I have a newspaper now which shows around the world every week, and I think maybe you've seen some of it about in my videos, The Liberator 2.
Yeah.
And I now have that new project to showcase. So I want to like be able to feature what you're doing, all your updates and everything, because this is actually something actionable. Yeah. Unlike a lot of independent media, like it's so actionable.
This is the idea whose time has come, stronger than all the armies of the world. It's enlightenment. It's the Garden of Eden. It's simply using our resources wisely. But I love that. That's how we do it. Yeah. And then we get very tactical.
I was talking to her like just 5 seconds ago. I'm like, should we buy a plot of land aside from our house, and then I just go to it, I work on it, and then maybe
Just
a network with some
finding
other
land
people.
anymore.
Like if he wants to come down or someone else wants to come down. Like I have a bunch of friends. We can all work on it.
That's
We can
amazing.
just get this one plot of land, and maybe I.
Well, and you know that like I'm building a stage, and I'm gonna have like that's the first thing I'm building is a pond and a stage, and then one of those. So that's like the whole, and then that's my baby, and then like because the stage is gonna be for people to come speak at, you know what I mean? And then I got Jim Gale, and I got this guy, and I got this guy, and then I can charge for some tickets for people to give a shit, and then we can pay you, and then you, and we can talk about like what we actually talk about, you know what I'm saying? And actually put on a little mini truth festival in South Carolina, which I've never heard of. I've never heard of it down there, so I'm like, oh, and I've got enough people like starting to make the connections. It'll be a year before I have a stage built where I can say, there's one you can stand on now. But when that happens, this is the seed being planted, so you guys know that when that time comes, okay,
Seeds of liberty.
I will.
I'm ready.
I will, yeah. But yeah, it's all
The most important thing that we could do in the meantime
all good.
is share the information.
Yeah.
Because people need to understand that nature is like the only answer.
Nature is
Like
the answer.
so, but hold on. So the more opportunity we have to do that, the more opportunity we have to be present and do that. I think it's going to be the real fight, the real battle when it comes to this. Because like these supermarkets and all this other stuff, Bobby knows the reason I started the little bit of food thing I got going on out back is because I'm tired of giving the supermarkets my money.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. And they're killing us. They're feeding us straight poison. And everybody knows it. Everybody's like, yeah, all right, whatever,
Yeah.
Everything.
Food supply chain is the biggest weapon to the slave master.
Yep.
We have so
And
much more we can
that's
do.
why the healthiest I've been is when I stopped eating food. Like I literally was like, I'll eat really quality protein shakes and then like supplements, and like I stopped eating food and I got so healthy and felt so good, and I was like, wow. And when I would eat food, unless it was really super well selected and paid a lot of money for it, if I was like, well, I'll just eat some of this again, and then my body was like, what are you doing?
That happened to me 2 days ago.
It reminds you how bad it
We
is.
hadn't eaten, and
A Jimmy John's?
and it hurt me.
It does. It's like swallowing a
And
pill.
I was like,
The jagged metal O from The Simpsons.
yeah, I would have been mad at myself, but I know that wouldn't help. So I just went, okay.
I don't just have to
Not
have
doing
some
that
ivermectin because a lot of the whatever they keep taking that stuff, and I'm like, you take it every day. They're like, oh, it's all the bugs that are in the food. I'm like, listen, I don't mind that you do that, but I don't think you should do it daily or even
No, but
Is
you
it-
should dose yourself
right
at least
here.
to kill off all
You got medicine in the
parasites and all
forest.
that.
You do.
Yeah,
You
that's
do.
all you need.
That's
You
exactly
don't
right.
need all the-
You have a
And if you walked,
diet.
if your dinner was just taking a tour and eating, and then you got till you got, and then
you
did that
could
every day,
just
you would never
explode with
have.
energy.
Yeah, you'd never have problems.
Never.
You know what I mean? Not really.
No
So
cancer.
yeah, no
This is
cancer, no
grapes, right? You got
parasites.
growing up the
Yeah,
water
passion
and
fruit.
everything.
Yeah,
passion
yeah,
fruit,
different
okay.
types of, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
Yeah, this area's all brand new. Like in no time, this is gonna be surrounded with food dripping in.
No, but what's your view on organic? Because I heard once if you don't start, if you don't
I
start
mean, I
organic.
still buy it. If I'm gonna buy any food, I'm gonna buy it
Right.
organic. But I recognize that the whole thing's a scam.
Because if they said if you don't start organic, it's never
about growing
organic.
it.
Yeah.
Growing it. So even though you're not growing organic,
Yeah, okay, so that's the thing. Like, if you get a fruit tree at Lowe's or Home Depot, it was not. It had some shit sprayed on it. However, the act of growing it is going to overcome most of all that stuff. In fact, with Analemma water, they took
That's what I figured.
seeds from tomatoes and tomatoes that were completely GMO'd. And they tested them, and they were all the GMO signatures were in the DNA. However they do that, I have no
Right.
idea. But then they grew the tomato plant out. They took a seed out, grew another one. By the third generation using the Analemma water, there was no more GMO.
It went back to how it
Which
was.
is
That's awesome.
really profound considering what's going on with the vaccines and all that shit.
right.
So what I believe is going to be the result of these types of things is people are going to be able to heal from even the multiple vaccines.
Oh, we'll
The
heal.
FDA changed the definition of what constitutes as organic, is why they could put that what's really not organic and call it organic.
Exactly. Yeah. Isn't that nuts? And the same guy who ran Monsanto is now the head of the FDA.
Yeah.
And then when he retires from there, he'll go back to being on the board of Monsanto. I think just move him around a little bit.
No, we're at the
For
end of
some
that
other
road.
Rockefeller.
But don't worry, just
Next
move
16
over.
months.
Exactly.
It's gonna change.
Yeah, if you don't vote, you don't have any real say in anything.
We're at the end of that.
Oh, they're trying to trick me with everything because I just moved in and they said,
You're
well, if
right,
you want to
right.
get your homestead, see,
New
I'm
age.
still
Yeah,
afraid
New
of not
age.
paying
It's
real
the
estate
real new age.
taxes.
It's hard.
I
It's a
pay, I
golden
don't
age,
pay
man. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
federal
It
tax.
is.
But
It
I'm
is
still
epic.
afraid
I
to
mean,
not
I-
pay real
This is
estate.
great.
Could be having
It's
more
because you have to
fun.
get a land patent,
Yeah.
and if you get a land patent, then you will.
But you can
Then
only get a land patent if my house is paid off, which it
You
is
used
not.
to be able to get a load.
well, that may be true. That may be true. But if you get a patent, that does it so that you don't have to pay attention to any of the codes, municipalities, all the permits, all the things like that.
I've
Because
already looked into that.
you
Well, he's
But I don't feel
probably
like I
has
should be
it paid
taxed
off,
every
and now
year.
he
No.
doesn't have to worry about
well,
it.
right, but and he's got his set up in a trust, which is a little different too.
Exactly.
But I can send you a video of a guy's name's tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Do you know the big dude, the lawyer that talks about getting land
David
patents?
Straight?
Nope.
No.
No.
Ron Finley?
Ron Gibson.
Gibson.
Ron Gibson. And then Mike Coulomb talks about the PMAs. So between the two of them, if you listen to them talk for like an hour and a half, it's like, whoa, dude! Like I didn't know anything about it. So when I learned
No,
about
but
it,
I can't really fight like the land, my actual real estate tax without being paid off, though, right? I have to own.
no, you need to just listen to him because I couldn't
Yeah,
tell you about it. But this dude will know, and he's gotten people. He's like all I can tell you is that when they finally do come to your land because you stop paying your taxes, and the three people that you're going to deal with, and he tells you who they are
Right.
that are going to show up and how to deal with them to get them off your land first. And he's like, well, when you finally do get them in court, which I have, he's like, I've watched judge after judge after judge after judge watch this like arrogant banker young dude this just trying to just destroy this poor person, and then the judge is trying to just like get his head around what's going on, listening to the lawyer explain to him, and then he's asking her a few questions and he just like laughs at this dude and goes, get out of my courtroom, sonny. And it's just like, wow, time and time again. It's like, so it depends on the judge though. He'll tell you straight up, he's like, you could get a Nazi judge and he's like, I'm gonna burn you to watch you burn.
Right.
So
I just love this lake. I could just be
He's
here
in heaven
forever.
right now.
I know, right?
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
And it's so quiet.
So then, how come you
I'll
didn't
be
move here
quiet.
right away? I mean, your partner did.
That's what I miss about being out in the
Well,
country.
I bet.
was dead broke. 30 months ago, I went from $20 million to negative $80,000. I was completely broke. The only thing I asked that I had a home in Costa Rica, and then I had a lot 8 here, which had a little bit of debt on it, $50K in debt. Now I'm completely
So how
free
did
and
you
clear.
build that
Everything's
up?
free and clear. It's going good again.
How did you build that up?
Built what up?
Your economics, so that you could then do
By creating the entity that serves a lot of people.
Hmm.
And
Right,
then
instead of just
What you
a
said.
homestead or whatever, you went to the trust.
well, yes, in the business of we help people
Right.
grow food around the world. The business itself has went up in value massively. I sold some shares to my partner, and he said, "I don't want to buy your shares, but I'm only doing this to get you in that house, and then when you want, you can buy them back
Oh.
at the same price." Because he's a great guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I
That's
said,
what you need though. You need like a solid four,
Now, what does he
four
do?
people,
Like,
five
what does he
people.
do other than this? for a
Brian, he's my other partner.
A village.
He was a
Oh.
pilot. So on the other side of that fence, there's a little road. Then the other side of that, there's a mile-long paved runway. I think I might have mentioned that.
Oh, you did at one video. I remember that talking about a
But
runway.
that's unique, and he's a pilot. So very soon we'll have full access to that runway.
Oh.
And world leader will be flying in and out, going all over the world, and teaching people about freedom.
Beautiful,
Darn.
man.
Yeah.
And doing skydiving adventures as well. I'll come do skydiving here at Galts Landing, dude. That'd be so. If
No
I'll
limit.
film it.
if anybody's ever jumped out of a plane or not jumped out of a plane, trust me, do it.
I'm gonna just swim with
Yeah,
ducks and-
Yeah, I'll film it for you. Me and Cory will be on the
Are there any
ground
haters in
filming it for you.
Yeah, you talk soon. You ask gators. So we seeded the pasture with a bunch of different types of psilocybin. It already had a bunch of psilocybin, but anyway, I had a really good psilocybin experience, and I'd always been scared of gators. You know, I grew up in Minnesota. We didn't have gators,
Right.
and I was on a psilocybin. It was sunset. It was pure perfection. And all of a sudden, I realized that those gators don't want to bother me, so I jumped in and swam with them. It was awesome.
Damn,
It was
dude.
really cool.
Yeah.
Right on. But you were in the mushroom mindset.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you were
why I
you were
wasn't
vibing in the you were vibing in the
was totally
energy, and they were like, oh,
Yeah.
he's doing his thing.
Yeah, I walked out. I was on the dock right down there. I walked out probably 30 yards, and it was probably 60 yards out. So I walked out about halfway to the gator, and then it sunk, and then I walked back.
Yeah, it's like, oh damn, I should go.
Not really.
Yeah, but
kinda.
it's like it's time to leave though, right? Yeah, it's like
wow, that's interesting.
I'll take so many chances.
I don't know if I should go down and wrestle with
Yeah,
him. Even though
yeah.
you are a badass wrestler, you probably would have come back with gator boots. But you know,
As long as you didn't move a lot, they have a third eyelid for underwater, so they
Yeah.
can't see that well.
That's, you know what? I was curious about that. Thank
Well,
you.
how
for
does he
letting
not
me know.
move? He's got to get out. He's got to. How do you not
Well,
move?
the
and get
thing
out?
is,
They go off vibration.
like, yeah, an alligator will sense the vibrations of something panicking.
Yeah.
So it'll immediately try to identify you as
That makes
prey
sense.
or something that's
To
in
go
you
very
that's
slowly out of
potential
the water?
prey.
It's a reptilian
Very
brain.
slowly
Just
out.
don't be
It's a
fearful.
reptilian.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fear is the open door. So that the metaphor, the vampire can't come in your house unless you
That's
invite
right.
them in.
Yep.
Fear is the open door.
Yeah, and the only
Yep.
thing it creates fear is lack of knowledge. Period.
Yes, exactly. Lack of awareness of who we are.
It's false evidence appearing real.
But as me and Bobby always say, it always lets you know you're alive when you feel
That's true.
Absolutely.
Just don't stay in fear.
Get on a roller
quick burst of
coaster.
fear
Yeah.
is
It's
there
not
to
that
be
one
valued.
that
yeah, it's like that adrenaline burst. It's
Yeah.
that light under the ass to get you moving again. But
Exactly.
It's there for a reason.
yeah, you got to get back out of it.
Exactly. It's okay. Now
Everything's there
consciousness.
for a reason. You just have to know it's time and place.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if you didn't have feeling comfortable, wouldn't feel that comfortable.
Right. That's right.
Yep.
There's a contrast that helps us see the other side.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
Living through hell makes heaven worth it.
Yeah. If you're going through hell,
No,
keep
I-
going.
I used to say that when I was a kid, that you had to go through hell to get to heaven, and this is
I
the
don't
hell.
know.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well,
That's what I say.
That's
this is hell.
profound.
This is your test.
here, I think this is the highest point in hell and the lowest point in heaven. I think we're where the spirits meet right at the center. So you can have heaven,
Right.
and you can have hell. Like, dude, literally, it could be right next door, underground, and it's like, whoa, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hits the ground.
yeah.
That's where hell is.
Oh, we've
And
seen some
heaven
things.
is where you heave up
We've
inside
seen
you.
some things.
But it's all here, and we have that choice. That's what free will is. Free will is our choice to like.
That show that's coming out on the 4th, that's gonna make an impact.
What? Oh, Mel Gibson's.
Mel Gibson stuff.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think it's,
Sound of freedom.
it's going to be good and
I can't wait for Lucky Rose's movie. I was
Oh,
I
Is
didn't.
Mel Gibson like totally on your?
Well, waking up here at Galts Landing. How beautiful. Guys, you're in your house for now, huh? What are you guys doing? I can't let you out. I'm not the one that lets you out, but I wanted to come say hi. very, very much. Thank you so much.